Well, I'll be dipped. In our last video, our KC Turbo was lost in shipping on its way to Mexico, and so I pulled this one all apart, rebuilt it, put it back in, and guess what shows up? All right, guys, so after 110 days lost in the Mexican post, guess who shows up? This is the KC300X 6373 Turbo. It's about a stage 0.9 to stage 1 turbo. It's got a huge inlet here, as you can see, and the anti-surge ring, which allows excessive boost in the manifold when you're throttling back to come out these holes before it hits the impeller wheels, so that you don't get that surging. And another really big improvement is going to be this wastegate actuator. On the original one, I could push this against the spring, push it in and actuate the wastegate manually. And this one, the spring is so tight I can't move it. So that's going to be a big improvement. It'll allow the boost to build a lot higher before it starts bleeding off the excessive boost. So without too much further ado, I'm going to pull out the old one, and then we'll compare them a little more closely in just a moment. All right, got my Petco brand topside creeper. Let's get to work. One spider. For comparison, that's the inlet to the original turbo. All right, so we got her loose, which of course is the easy part, because putting this in, you need to align all these doodads and bits and bobs and hoses. And the new one's bigger, making it even more complex. Let's go compare these two. All right, guys, as you can tell right out of the gate, this inlet is way smaller than this one. I don't even know what size the original was. Looks like about 2.5 inches. And you can see from the boot here too. It's enormous in comparison. So that's the first big difference you'll notice. The surge ring, obviously. And the next big item is the wastegate actuator. This big boy here. They've actually machined a billet pod for that, and like I said before, I can't move this one by hand yet. On the original, it moves quite a bit easier. Tiny pod on there. So the exhaust turbine is the same housing. It's a 0.84 AR housing, and I've already deleted the butterfly in there and plugged the hole for the for that butterfly pivot point on this new one. It's just plugged right off in the casting. So otherwise the turbines, I believe, are the same. But that's that. Let's get her put in. It is slightly bigger, but not too much bigger. This is a little bulbousier. Hopefully I can massage this through there. That wasn't so hard. I fought a lot more with last time I did this. But I can't get that silicone boot over it.
Yeah, okay. I was coming over there anyway to...
So I fought for 20 minutes to get it as far as I did. I'm 3/4 the way on.
Oh, the bottom's touching. No, yeah. Okay.
Push.
Got the top on.
Push.
Push. Bottom.
Yeah, that was great.
Woo!
Woo! Glad we got that shot on the first try.
Not a reenactment.
Oh, it's certainly not a reenactment. All right, that went in pretty easy actually. The worst part is this new silicone intake tube. It was a bear to get over that throat. But Darren from Flood Exploration came and gave me a hand. Now I'm on the home stretch. No oil peeing out of it. Alright guys, just pulled out of the compound here. Found ourselves a little bit of a freeway. This is in the lowest power setting on our 6-position chip. Let's send it. 15 or 18 pounds of boost and 1150, 1200 degrees on the pyrometer. Let's crank this up to 11, also known as 6. Slow down a bit. Still only about 15 pounds of boost. So I'm not sure why it's so low. Whoops, giant speed bump. I'm going to pull over here. Actually, I don't even need to. I'm just going to go into my Torque app, which lots of people have asked about this in the past. Torque is a free Android app for Android, and it connects via Bluetooth to the ODB2 port, and it should indicate my boost pressure here, because I don't quite trust these glow shift gauges we have to be that 100% accurate. So I've got this up now. Just gotta hit the screen record for you guys so you can see. Record. But what you want to watch is this boost pressure up here, second from the top on the right side. About the same, 19 psi. And still a little bit smokier than I would love. But that's all I can do with that for now. The next step, of course, is to check on the tuning. So the chip we have in this engine is the TS6 by Thoroughbred Performance, and I have custom tunes by Dan at SDK Performance, who holds the world record for the most horsepower on a 7.3 on a chassis dyno at 1250 some horse, I think. Of course, we don't have anywhere near that, but his tunes might be a little bit aggressive. The downside to that TS6 chip is that I need to take the ECU out, or PCM rather, and mail that chip to him to be reprogrammed. And given our shipping hassles that we're experiencing, I'd rather not do that. So we've ordered the new hotness, which is the Hydra by Power Hungry Performance, PHP Hydra, and it's a I think 12 or 15 position chip with a USB connection, so that he can actually email me the ROMs for the various adjustments we want to make. So that'll be the next thing on the list. I'd like to take this time to acknowledge that we couldn't be doing any of this without our channel members. There's 58 of them now, supporting channel members that chip in a few bucks every month so that we can get better quality content for you guys. We really appreciate what they're doing, and for those of you who just want to watch for free, that's great. I watch dozens and dozens of YouTube channels and I can't support them all either, but I do appreciate those in the minority who can contribute something so that the rest of you can all enjoy the same great content a few days later. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll be back soon with another video, probably about installing a PHP Hydra. So thanks so much for watching. See you next time.